You know the feeling, right? You're at a busy restaurant, you're hungry, and you're just trying to flag down a waiter. It's a pain we've all felt. But what if the solution was already sitting right there on your table? Today, we're going to dive into a really fascinating piece of AI coming out of India that's designed to fix that exact problem, and a whole lot more.
Okay, so take a good look at this. This friendly little bot isn't something out of a sci-fi movie. Nope, it's the face of a new system that could very well be taking your orders soon. The future of how we dine out, it might be a lot closer than any of us think.
So, why do we even need a robot helper in the first place? Well, to get that, you first have to understand the incredible amount of pressure that restaurants, especially in India, are dealing with every single day. For a restaurant owner, this list isn't just a set of bullet points. It's a daily battle for survival. Just imagine trying to keep up with rising costs while you can't even find enough staff. On top of that, you've got simple human mistakes. An order gets written down wrong, the kitchen can't read it, and that costs you money and maybe even a customer. And in a country as diverse as India, just think about the language barriers. It's a constant struggle.
So that brings us to the million-dollar question. If you're running a small or medium-sized restaurant and you're up against all of this, how on earth you manage to just stay in business, let alone actually grow? You need a real game changer.
And that game changer might just be a voice-powered solution. Let's meet the company behind this idea, Aarohita Vigyan, and their smart assistant that's built to take on these problems head-on. And here it is. Meet Bhojan Mitra. The name literally means food friend, which is honestly the perfect way to describe it. It's designed to be your personal AI helper, right there at the table. Now, what's really important to understand is that this is not just some cool gadget or a gimmick. Bhojan Mitra is a purpose-built device. It uses your voice to automate the most important parts of the dining experience, taking your order, handling the bill, and even getting your feedback. And the kicker, it does all of this in multiple languages. Okay, so how does this thing actually work when you're using it? Let's break down how a simple voice command becomes the engine for this whole system. For you, the customer, the whole process is incredibly simple. You just talk to the device. You tell it what you want, and get this, it repeats the order back to you to make sure it got everything right. So no more mistakes. When you're done, you just ask for the bill, and you can even pay right there. And to top it off, you can leave a quick review with your voice. It's all just seamless. But here's where the real magic happens, kind of behind the scenes. Your voice order doesn't just go to the kitchen. It gets sent up to a cloud system. And for the restaurant owner, this is an absolute goldmine. They get real-time data on what dishes are popular, how quick the service is, what customers are saying. It turns every order into super valuable information. So you might be wondering, how does this compare to what's already out there? Well, most competitors focus on back-office software, for billing and management. Bhojan Mitra is fundamentally different. It's integrated hardware and AI that sits right there on the table. It's all about the customer experience with its voice automation in different languages. It's not just a tool for the manager, it's an interactive part of your meal. The tech is definitely cool, but is it a good business? Can it actually make money? Let's switch gears and break down the business model to see if this AI helper can be a real success. First off, let's just look at the potential. The company is targeting a market of around 3 lakh restaurants, cafes, and other food spots in India. That is a massive, massive opportunity for this kind of automation. So how do they plan to make money from this? Well, it's a two-part model. The first piece is a one-time hardware cost. For a restaurant to get a Bhojan Mitra device up and running, it's an initial investment of about 20,000 rupees. And here's the second and probably most crucial part, the recurring revenue. On top of that hardware cost, there's a monthly subscription of 1,000 rupees for the software per device. It's that classic software as a service model, which means a steady income for them and continuous updates for the restaurants. Pretty smart. Okay, so they've got the product, they've got the business model. What's next? Let's take a peek at the company's roadmap for the next few years. And let me tell you, their plan is ambitious. It all kicks off in 2025 with pilots in more than 75 restaurants, really focusing on Tier 2 and 3 cities. By 2026, the goal is to go national. The year after that, they're going after the big fish, quick service restaurant chains and highway spots. And by 2028, they're looking to go international, starting with Indian restaurants in the UK. So how are they actually going to pull all that off? Well, their strategy is really practical. They're going to start small with pilots in specific cities to create some real-world success stories. Then they can use those case studies to go out and build partnerships with big franchise groups and restaurant associations, all while using a mix of sales and marketing to spread the word.
All of this brings us to the big picture question, doesn't it? As tech like Bhojan Mitra becomes more and more common, you have to wonder, are we watching the end of the human waiter? Or is this actually the start of something better? The beginning of a smarter dining experience where AI handles the logistics and people can focus on actual hospitality? It's a huge question, and honestly, it's one we're all going to be answering together very soon.